Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game called Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, this is a game from 2003, which I played when I was a kid, and it is a very, very fun game. And if you don't mind, I'm going to get straight on with it, because I've had this game up and running for about 3 weeks, and I've been dreaming about getting it running for about the past 2 or 3 months, and it's been really difficult to remain patient and not just play it, but I wanted to do it in a series, so I had to wait until Project Crypt was finished, but now we can get on with the game and enjoy it. And if I remember correctly, there's a little tutorial bit which will help explain what is the goings-on. Hello, friend. Malcolm Hatcher. Greetings, Captain. I am your boatswain. Malcolm. What under the sun is a boatswain? I have no idea. Yes, I know that. Yesterday, you asked me to remind you of some things that you planned for today. Right? Go on then. First of all, take your personal equipment. Remember that you should always have your blade, pistol, and spyglass with you. Who knows what can happen in these colonies? Where did I put it? I'm glad I'm the captain with amnesia. Your sword is here on the chest, and all other stuff is inside your wardrobe. Just come close to it, and you'll see the hand icon in the top left corner of the screen. Alright then. This means you can do something here. When you see the icon, just press the Open Command menu button, select the Command Take from the icon list, and then press the Action button. Never mind the fourth wall. We've blown through the fourth wall with a barrage of cannons, haven't we? If you use a box or a chest in this manner, you'll see an interface which will allow you to take items from the container or put them in. Now, go take your positions, Captain, and talk to me again when you're done. Okay then. Hello, friends. So this is me. I'm a person who actually I seem to have grown up to look quite a lot like, which is a bit worrying. How do I walk in this game again? Oh yeah, where's I remember now. Yes, so it's a sort of little pirate RPG game, and you play as this man who I don't think is a pirate yet, but he'll probably turn into one, knowing how dreadful I am at diplomacy. Anyway, here is the sword. What's the take button? I think it's space. No, maybe it's enter. Yes, here we are. Fast travel with my feet, or take items with my mittens. I have a saber. Well, hooray and huzzah. Now I need to find my wardrobe. Now, that shouldn't be difficult to find, because if this guy is anything like me, he's almost undoubtedly got a huge wardrobe. Is this the wardrobe? This seems more of a drinks cabinet. Perhaps they mean this. Perhaps they do. I wish to open this box, please, and discover that there are things in it. There's a diamond in here. That seems like a rather expensive thing to give somebody at the beginning of the game, but never mind. May I have this, please? I wish to take... Can I take the whole heckin' load of it, please? Thank you. My little pistol, and my little bonking stick here, and some little healing potions, well, this is what these are. Can I get information on things? A brew of healing herbs that cures light wounds. I think you mean remedies, rather than cures, because surely cures means like, Surely cures means like diseases, but never mind. An exquisite stone. They say you can see your future in this gem sparkle. My future is me taking it down to the pawn shop and getting it sold for $5. But never mind. Anyway, so yes, I've got my sword. I can read about my sword. So it's got some statistics, obviously, for piercing and blocking. A poorly crafted saber. Blades such as this can be found all over the archipelago. Cheap and dull, a bit like my gokes. What about this pistol? A small, cheap pistol, only dangerous at very short ranges. Yes, like, let's not even joke about that. Is there anything in this box that I can have? I should emphasise, as you possibly saw if you saw any of the little test footage that I put in the annual talking video when I was talking about this game, I've been through just the very beginning of the game just to check that all the recordings and so forth would work, but we shall go through it all now. I wish to speak to this person and not kiss them, as this image implies.
Aye, Governor.
Great, now you should equip your weapons and spyglass. To do this, press the Open Player Status screen key, and then select items from the menu. Press Action key, and then select the item you want to equip. Just a second. Yeah, what button is that? I think it's F5. No, it's F2. Yes. You'll notice that in later games, like post-2003, they had, like, insert actual selected button for this from the controls, rather than just describing the thing. But never mind. Inventory, that's probably this one. I wish to equip my saber for the stabbing of people. I also wish to equip my pistol for the shooting of people, and my spyglass for the sake of looking at people who I am then going to shoot. A simple spyglass with a scratched lens. This junk does not belong in any self-respecting captain's pocket. Good thing I have no self-respect whatsoever. Allows the user to see only the ship's name, type, and speed. So yes, there are other ships that you can engage in battle with, which is going to be rather exciting, and I'm going to rather suck at that, so look forward to that.
Governor.
By the way, I should teach you a bit about swordplay, if you'd like. Alright, let's go for a bit of training, because goodness knows I'm going to be quite terrible at this. No problem, sir. Pay attention, please. At the bottom left corner, you'll see your character icon. The red bar above it is your health, the blue bar represents the loading status of your gun, and the circle above those bars shows how many shots you have left in your pistol. I understand. Good, follow me. We need some space for our exercises. Oh good, we're going to do pirate Pilates. Excellent. Now, sir, draw your sword with the draw sheath sword key. First, you should get familiar with the controls, so I won't be attacking you. Use the action key to attack and the fire pistol key to fire your pistol. Okay, just a second. To quickly gain some distance between you and the enemy, you can jump backwards by pressing the dodge key. Note that you can't talk to anyone with your weapon drawn, so before talking, sheath your weapon by pressing the draw sheath sword button again. Okay, let me see what I can do. So, I can draw my weapon. With E, we have learned that button is, and then I can do a bit of stabbing, and can I do a bit of shooting as well? Yes, I can. Excellent. I have just stabbed and shot a man in the face, and then twirled my sword around in his beard. Excellent. So the little number on the left is showing how much damage I'm doing, and the number on the right shows their total health. Right? He's a very burly sword, isn't he? I don't think how many scars this guy has got. Alright, that's enough, sir. Ready to take on some real action? Oh, I don't know how to block yet. Bring it on. I'll be fighting back this time. Remember, Captain. Be careful, Captain, and don't forget to learn how to read the English language before you play a game that's rather dependent on reading. You can block incoming blows with the block key. If you rush into combat without thinking, you'll soon be feeding the vultures. Okay, what's this? Okay, that's what this is. So hit is left mouse button, and strike is right mouse button. So yeah, you have to sort of strike and also block incoming attacks. Do a bit of fencing, as it were, because obviously there's no shields because we're pirates. We're not medieval barbarians. There we go. I really like sort of this sort of attacking and blocking and sort of fencing combat. You don't get it a lot in games these days, and I always enjoy it when I find it. Used to be rather good at it as well, but after 10 years of not playing this game, I'm going to be terrible at it. Mind that if you've been wounded in a fight, you can recover some health by using herbal potions. To do this, you should press the Open Command icon menu key and select the Use icon. Then press the Action key, select the potion from the list, and then push the Action key again. What under the sun are you talking about? Never mind, I'm sure I'll figure it out. Before we leave the ship, I should tell you about your skills and attributes. Since a skilled captain always has a better chance of survival in this cruel world, you should wisely evolve your character. Indeed, it is an RPG after all. For fighting enemies and completing quests, your character gains experience points. When he obtains enough experience, your character gets a new rank, additional skill, and ability points. By spending these points on different skills and abilities, you can improve various parameters of your character. Okay. To get to know all the information about your character, press the Open Player Status screen key, and then select Character for you from the menu. Here you'll see your character's rank, reputation, money, skills, and hit points. You'll also see some skills and ability points. You can distribute them right now, or later on. Ah, okie dokie then. So there's different skills, but I shall talk through those because I know what I'm doing, because I read the game manual, which I was supposed to have out here to reference, but I can't remember where I put it. How do I distribute points? If you want to do it now, open the character view and then select desired skill points and press Action key to assign this value. To get an ability, you should select the ability icon at the bottom of the screen, then you'll see a list of all the abilities, select one you want to learn and click on it, yep. Yada yada yada. I'm sure we'll figure that out. Some abilities cannot be learned until you have learned the prerequisite ones. Okay, I should do that now. Okay, so let me see. That was F2, I think? Yes. So now I can go into character, or I sort of have my character sheet, and we can see my most dapper face. Excellent then. So these are all of my skills, of which you can see that I am thoroughly unskilled at all of them. And let's see what we can do. So yeah, there's no like character creation or anything. You don't get to name or design your character. So first we get an ability point, which we can do things with. So let's see what we've got of all sorts of different things here. So different things for ship combat, different things for landing combat, basic ship defense, advanced ship defense, professional ship defense, and all sorts of things. Speed increases, yes indeed. Storm helmsman, what's this? The damage the player takes... The damage the player's brains take before trying to read things is enormous, but never mind that. The damage that the player's ship takes from storms and tornadoes is decreased by 40%. That's nice, so there's all sorts of different things that that we can get sort of basic commerce, 10% discount when buying goods. Okay, get a 20% discount when buying goods and a 5% bonus when selling goods. Okay then, well let's start off with something relatively basic and something relatively aggressive, because I feel like that's what's necessary. What about the gunman ones? Players handle pistols better, reloading is 10% faster, and aiming skills is increased by 10%. Indeed, player can use double shot pistols. Indeed, so there are pistols that have multiple barrels in this game, so we can essentially get a double-barreled pea shooter. But never mind. What about critical hit? 5% chance of getting a critical hit. That sounds good. What about rush? What's this? Player's attacks cause more damage to enemies, but he is unable to block. The effect lasts for 30 seconds. I'd sort of forgotten that you get things like that. That sounds exciting. Alright. What about professional fencer? Okay, so we need to have various different things before this. Player gets 25% chance of scoring a critical hit, and all damage to the player is decreased by 10%. That sounds exciting. Let's start with basic defense, so that we're a little bit less likely to die in a horrific death, because goodness knows we're going to have to do a lot of fighting in this game and a lot of getting murdered. Okay then, so then there's the skill points that I need to upgrade. So these are a bit like the skills of Fallout, if you've ever played that, all sorts of different things that I need to do. So I have no idea what I'm going to upgrade. Hang on a second, did I put the manual in the game box? Probably did. I know I'm not actually getting on with playing the game. I promise that we will get on with playing the game in a minute. But you know, it's an RPG, you have to set yourself up properly. And do you remember in 2003 when manuals were this thick? Do you remember? Because I don't, because I was 2 years old at the time, but that doesn't point. Where are the bleeding skills? I just want a quick reminder of what the skills are. Like, what would be a good one to start with? Because I feel like, having done the defense one, that we shouldn't go on and get another combat one. At least not like a person combat one. In fact, let's get one for my cannons, if I remember the buttons. How do I upgrade my buttons? There we go. One for my cannons, and is that melee defense or ship defense? I don't know. Actually, let's just go both for cannons to be aggressive and vicious. Alrighty then, I've upgraded my bits and bobs. Are you terribly proud of me, my friend? What? Put some in melee combat and accuracy to start with. Can I have done that. I didn't put them into the skills that you told me to, but I've put them into skills. So I've made a bit of a boo-boo on that front, but never mind. I shall do it later. Honest, I will. I shall press the wrong buttons. Let's continue with something else. I definitely didn't muck it up. Firstly, we should deliver a load of chocolate and leather to Ox. I do have a small confession to tell you, Quartermaster. I might have slightly eaten all of the chocolate because it was a long voyage and I was bored. We should sell it to the local trader. If needed, I will guide you to his store later. Also, our ship took some damage in the last storm and needs to be repaired. The local shipyard should easily handle the repairs, and I can lead you there too if you would like. Next, we need to hire some crew members to replace those who were washed away by the storm. Talk to a local tavern keeper about hiring more crew. Is that all? Almost. Your spine class is old and scratched. Perhaps you could use a new one. It should be available for sale somewhere in the town. Okie dokie then. Let us go to port. Indeed, and here is the world.
Aye, Governor?
One of numerous little islands that we get to explore and perform quests on. Now, if you want to buy a new spyglass, you can do it right here. I see some traders under those little tents. Okie dokie then, let us go for an adventure. So yes, there's my little dinky ship. We are going to get a better ship in time, I promise you. This is a little tiny little merchant ship, which frankly isn't much bigger than this little rowboat that we've got here, but I assure you we're going to get something better as time goes by. Hello, man who doesn't understand what buttons on shirts are. Who are you?
Begging your pardon, sir.
Extremely well spoken for a moment, no buttons, but never mind. Brennan Applegate. Yes, sir, what do you want by the name? By the way, my name is Brennan Applegate, and yours? I am Nathan Hawke, captain and owner of the ship Victory, which, I can't remember when this game was set. I think it's set in 1630s, if I remember correctly. Can't remember when Nelson's ship was around, but it does seem a little ambitious to name a tiny dinghy the Victory, but never mind. I'm glad to meet you. What is new in the corner of this world? I heard that the Redmond governor put a merchant in jail over a small tavern fight. They say he ordered the arrest just so that he could confiscate the merchant's goods. Goodness, corruption of the highest order. But yeah, Redmond's another one of the little islands that we can go to, so we can go there and investigate what's going on with all of this mischievous corruption, he says, pressing the wrong buttons for the third time in a row. So, here is our little... What was that? I saw a little miss in there for a second. Is there something hidden under here? Oh, there is a little pot of money. Nobody's looking. Quickly. 250 gold. Excellent. But yeah, there's lots of different people, and you can all speak to them and have little conversations and learn things and discover things and find quests and all sorts of other stuff. So, it should be good fun. I have very, very fond memories of playing this game, so I'm really looking forward to exploring it with you and seeing what sort of adventures and mischief that we can get up to. Right then, let us purchase a thing from this man. Let us not, because we've been interrupted. Oh yeah, you kind of turn invisible if you get too close to your back, which is a bit weird. Talk to one of the men under the tents. They are selling different goods. You should be able to buy a new spyglass from them. Ask them what they have on offer, and you'll see a list of their items. Okay, I shall try and do this. Hello.
Oh yes, what can I do for you?
I need a thing for looking through. Let us see what you have got, my friend. So we could sell this for... Oh, goodness. That is worth a lot. I don't think you're supposed to have that, right? I think that's just like you get like a random bit of treasure that you can sell for a bit of extra moolah. I don't really think I should be given that much money at the very beginning of the game, but never mind. Let's see if we can get ourselves a new spyglass. Here we go. Info on the spyglass. An ordinary spyglass. The lenses are of decent quality, although certainly not the best out there. Allows the user to see the ship's name, type, and speed, as well as the number of cannons and amount of damage to the ship. Okay, that sounds good. I should buy this, please. I'd like to buy one. Yes. Excellent. I've engaged in commerce. And there's all sorts of little various odds and ends that you can get hold of as well. Don't know if they ever pose any sort of purpose or anything, but traditional Incan ritual jar. Oh, the Incans, yeah. The Incans kind of play a part in the main story, if I remember correctly. There's also sorts of other swords as well, but we shall come back to these in good time, I think, because this is something I want to do before we muck around with a new sword. So let me see if I can equip my new spyglass so that I can do extra spying. Let me equip this one, there we are, and then I'm going to sell the old one to recoup a few of my pennies.
Always a pleasure, Captain.
Isn't it just? I know you can't bear to be around me. Let me sell this to you. There we go. Make a few of our pennies back. Right then. I have finished with my thing. Let's sell the good... You helped me a minute ago, mate. Would you kindly shush? I'm trying to talk to my friend. Ain't you? Right then. Don't expect me to do a lot of pirate voices in this game. I might do a few occasionally once we've kind of got like far enough into the video that I know enough people are going to be watching that I can say things without offending enough people to get me with my head cut off. But never mind. Where do we sell things? Local store should be inside the town walls. Follow me to the gates and go inside. Right you are. Do you sell any earmuffs or noise-cancelling headphones, perhaps? But we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Oh dear, I think this man is getting into a bit of trouble. He hasn't got a sword. Police brutality of unmatched consequences. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's get on with the game. I think I know where the store is. You have some goods on board that we should sell to get money to pay for ship repairs and crew replenishment. To see what goods you have aboard your ship, press open status screen and look at cargo. Okay then, shall we go there now? Follow me. I'll show you to the door and then you'll be on your own. Okie dokie then. So yeah, obviously this is just like the tutorial bit where they sort of show you around the game, and then afterwards you're set free and loose to get up to as much mischief as you like. Righty-ho then. Oh yeah, I should also warn you, perhaps, this game is kind of famous for crashing at irregular intervals, and also famous for not having the world's greatest performance. So, let me scamper about a bit. Is there any more hidden monies that we might be able to steal? Found some hidden monies before, might like a bit more if you don't mind. Yeah, so at invariable intervals we might, everything might crash and break and die and explode, basically. So if there's a random jump cuts in a place, that's probably because something exploded, so forgive the game. Right then. Talk to the merchant, sell the chocolate and leather, but don't buy anything. We need money to fix the ship and hire more crew. You need more details on trading? I think I can work it out. Oh, wait for you outside the store. By the way, if you haven't assigned your skill points yet, you can put them into commerce to get more profit from your transactions. I've already done that. I did it with being vicious to people. Hello!
My good man, I welcome your call and your company.
They're all very polite, aren't they? I don't know whether that was true back in the 1600s, but hey-ho. My name is Nathan Hawke. Very pleased to meet you, sir. I am Adam Miles. I hope this will be the beginning of a strong business relationship. Indeed. I should like to buy and sell some stuff. I'd like to sell some cargo I've bought, sir. Yes. So this is like my ship screen, as it were. So you can see like the quality of my my boat, my ships, how many peeps I've got, and how many devices of explosions I have got. Indeed. I need to select this ship so that I can sell my various bits and bobs. Here's my leather. So I need to sell this for 100 gold, which seems an absolutely paltry price, but never mind. But particularly compared to the diamond that we have, but never mind. And then where's my chocolate that I definitely haven't eaten? Here we are. Oh, this sells much better, actually. So, so this is 1800. Now, that's better. So there's like a system of exports and imports in this game where different islands, different things are cheap and different things are expensive. So you go to an island and you get something that's cheap, and then you take it to another island where it's expensive, and you make money that way if you want to be a merchant. But naturally, we're going to do a bit more than being a merchant in this game. We're going to do a little bit of murderous mischief. It wouldn't be called Pirates of the Caribbean, even though it has nothing to do with Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Like, seriously, if you were expecting to meet, like, Jack Sparrow and stuff, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed, because it has literally next to nothing to do with Pirates of the Caribbean, apart from a few tiny details that we'll see as we go through. Right then, now we have money, we can go hire crew members. Let's go to the tavern. Indeed, the tavern sounds like an excellent place to go, where we can engage in boozing and become flirtatious with bar wenches and all sorts of other mischievous things. Let's see what else we can find. There's little houses everywhere. Can I go inside of this little house? Oh, I can't. Somebody's locked the door. That seems positively sensible, given the fact that I'm here. But I can't remember if there's like stealing in this game or anything. It is a lot like sort of Skyrim in its sort of basic bones of being an RPG. So if you're familiar with that sort of shtick when it comes to games, I'm sure you'll appreciate the eccentricities of this one. Right then, here you can hire crew, and sometimes you can find a good officer for your ship at the tavern. Talk to people, and maybe you'll get lucky. Yes, I referenced my previous comment about the bar wenches. Sometimes it happens there is no free crew on the island. That is unfortunate, but you'll have to sail to another one to hire crew. Oh dear, I didn't know that. I'd forgotten about that. So there are people here. Hello, person, who are you? You're quiet. Oi lad, you look like an experienced sea dog. Buy me a cup of rum, will ya? I'm not feeling particularly charitable. I can't remember. I seem to remember that if you actually do agree to join him, you kind of sit down and drink with him, and if you keep on drinking, eventually you'll get drunk. We might do that at some point, but I feel like right now we've business to attend to. Hello, sir. Who are you? You seem most fancy and pantsy. Want to shoot some dice? I don't really think that shooting people's objects with my pistol is really going to do me an awful lot of good, but it seems an odd pastime. Anyway, crass misunderstanding to one side, we can see what else we've got here. Not many people around today. Okie dokie, well there's a man here. Who are you?
No pray, no pay. Right, matey?
I love the background noise in this game. This is a smuggler. I'm a captain. Can I help you? You can't. So, remember what I was talking about, the exports and imports? There's also contraband on different islands. So if you're sneaky, you can bring contraband onto the island and then go to one of those smugglers and sell it and get a good price for it. So again, you can be a bit mischievous. Aha! Here is the person with which we can hire people.
Know the secret to a good spot of grog? A pinch of gunpowder.
Sheesh. The scary thing is, like, back in the 1600s, they were still using things like arsenic and lead for stuff. Never mind. Welcome, welcome, sir. You'll find everything your heart desires at my tavern, and if we don't have it, I know where you can get it. Why, thank you. I need to hire some sea dogs, preferably smarter than actual dogs, though. Right then, 99 people for hiring. I wish to hire plenty of peeps so that we are fully stocked with people. And I think this is a measure of their morale. No, this is a measure of their morale. I have no idea what this is, other than perhaps my chance of surrendering when I get in the first fight, because I'll inevitably be far too underpowered to actually fight a pirate, but never mind. Let's have some people, please. Good, I think I did that. You can also fire people. I don't know why you do that, but you can do that if you want to. There we are! Let me speak to this waitress. Sorry, there's a fly in here that's been driving me mad all day. If you wish to rest and replenish your health, rent a room for a night. Mind you, sleeping in a common hall won't help you recover. The common hall? What common hall? What are you talking about? Never mind, it doesn't matter. We've engaged in our business, and I reckon we are about ready to be footloose and fancy-free.
Aye, Governor?
All we have to do now is repair the ship. Oh yeah, the massive gaping hole we left in the bottom of the ship. I slightly forgot about that. Let us go to the shipyard. Indeed. Oh man, I did miss this game. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear, I have missed this game greatly. Where are we going, friend? Are we going up this little ladder? Presumably not. I do seem to be able to shove the camera into the protagonist's arse, which is not something I remember being able to do, but never mind. What are these other little houses? Any other little houses we can go into? Seemingly not. What about this one? No, can't go in here. Everyone around here has the common sense to lock their doors. It's almost like these places are infested with pirates. Oh well, never mind. Let us go into the shipyard. Right then. We are now at the shipyard. Here you can fix your ship, sell her, and buy another one. Also, at a shipyard, you can install different cannons on your ship. Indeed. Okay, so talk to the shipwright and ask him for repairs. Choose the ship you wish to be repaired. You've only one right now, indeed, because you can get like a little armada, if you like, of 4 different ships at most, if you want. Kind of like followers, if you like. Then select repair. If you have enough money, press the action key after highlighting the fix all button and your ship will be fully repaired. If not, you'll have to select a percentage of the hull and rigging to be repaired. Indeed. Okie dokie then, I shall do my best. Giddy-yard. Oh man. Is there anything around here that I can steal? Any hammers and nails? Seems to be some sort of book. Probably some sort of blueprints. Or yellow prints, probably, slightly more accurately. Do you move your bum, please? Thank you very much, mate. Can I go through this door? No, because I keep tripping over bits of wood. No, I can't go through here either. Get on, everyone around here is far too security conscious. Right then, you sleepy old soul.
My dear Captain, do take better care of your vessel.
Surely you don't want me to do that, because every time it gets broken into little bits, he gets more business. Never mind. Good day, dear customer. Right then, I wish to repair my ship. It's a pleasure to meet you. What exactly do you need? I need to repair my ship, although I might consider scrapping it and buying a new one. Okay, so these are some of the different ships that we can get at the moment. Indeed, and this little number here shows the sort of the rank of the ship. The higher the number, the more maneuverable, but the less cannons it can carry. The lower the number, the less maneuverable, but the more cannons you can carry. So it's kind of like a, you know, some, you know, swings and roundabouts. That's the phrase I'm looking for. I wish to repair this, please. Yes, I wish to repair all of it. Excellent. So yes, there's all sorts of other different ships that you can get, but obviously these are all quite expensive at the moment. In fact, just that one, which is the smallest ship in the world, would cost me 5 grand. Yeah, and they get progressively more expensive as you go, and you need a great many pennies for the buying of anything, and you can see all sorts of different things. I think this is like maximum crew, minimum crew, number of cannons, the size of the cannons, I think? Or maybe that's the size of the cannons, that's the number of cannons, I can't remember. That's the price, that's the cargo, that's the maneuverability, that's the speed, that's the number of hit points it's got, I think, and that's the rank. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. I played this game to death when I was a kid, and I used to know absolutely everything about it, but now, after a decade, I've kind of forgotten everything. Righty-ho then. I guess that's all. I can give you some suggestions for what to do if you want, but I must tell you something. I can understand that. What? I understand what? He hasn't said anything yet. I'll be glad to give you my help with advice anytime you're on Ox Bay. What? He was supposed to say a line about it was a pleasure to serve with me, but he wants to retire and live here now. I don't know why that line didn't come up. Maybe I skipped it by accident. Never mind. What do you think I should do next? Well, I was at the store and noticed they have pretty low prices on sandals and silk. If I were you, I'd go to a loan shark and get some money from him. Then I'd buy all the silk and sandal here and sail to the island of Richmond, which fetch a good price for sandals and silk there. Not sure about getting into debt. We've only just begun. I've got plenty of debt in real life. I don't need any of it in the video game as well. I like to sort of fantasize that I'm playing a game where I can do things that I can't do in real life, and taking out debt is something I can do in real life, so you'll pardon me if I don't do that. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell that diamond, and then we'll see if we can buy a little bit of goods and cargo. So yeah, that's the tutorial over with now, and we can get on with actually playing a bleeding game. Hello, you look a bit scary, but never mind. I'd like to see what you have, please. Now, I can sell this diamond here, which we can sell for 1,500, which is a pretty good price as far as I'm concerned. So let me sell this. There we go. Does he have anything else of any interest? He's a few swords that we might come back and buy. Ooh. Yatargan. How exciting. Few things cut better than this. If you split a whale in two, if you manage to sneak up on it. Good luck sneaking up on a whale. There's other sorts of potions. I'd forgotten about these. This cocktail cures poison. Okay, and a mixture. Mixture not only stops poison, it also replenishes some of your health. Oh, it's like a combined thing. And also there's various other treasures and these other Incan artifacts, which, yeah, as I said, are sort of related to the main story. So obviously you've got your main quest line and several other little quests as well that we shall enjoy me failing to find, because if I remember correctly, you have to just talk to everyone in order to find them.
What you see is what we got, right?
Indeed. What you seem to sell is swords and pots and bottles, but never mind. Let me see. I'd like to buy a few things for myself. Oh, so he's got like... Oh, okay, so he's like a standard merchant as well, with sort of your various basic bits and bobs. That makes sense. Okay, then, I wish to...
Come, sir, I have everything you need.
Indeed. I wish to sell some cargo. Yes, here. So, low prices on silk and sandals, they said. I presume by sandal you mean sandalwood, and not like shoes. He doesn't even seem to have any sandals. I can't even find the frickin' sandals. Here we are, sandalwood, yes. 12. What's the silk? Silk is 22, goodness. I think I've got an export and import book, so somewhere in the game I've got a book. Let me see, let's buy some of this, I think. I wish to buy some of this. Let's buy... I don't know, let's buy 50? I'm pulling the numbers out of the air here. Yes, because that's 200 of my quantity. No, that's 50 of my quantity. So what's this then, if that's not the weight? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out... Oh no, that's saying how much I've got. I think, perhaps, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. Let's also buy some of this. Let me see. Will it let me go past 125? No, it won't. Okay, then. So let's have 30 of this as well. Another 600. That seems reasonable. There we are. We have some cargo which we can take, and we can go to a different island and sell it. And engage in mischief. I mean, commerce and merchanting. Righty-ho then! I reckon we are about ready to trot off. But before we do that, there is one little thing I want to do. So while I was wandering around in the just making some test recordings to make sure that all of the recordings are working, I discovered there are a couple of houses that we can go into. I didn't go inside any of them, but I did notice they were unlocked, so I do want to have a little rummage and see if I can find anything. Oh, is that a little trapdoor? Possibly a root cellar, now that I think about it. Oh, hang on. What can I steal? Open box. There's nothing in this box. This is a terribly disappointing box. I don't know whose home this is, but you know. I have wandered in, attempted to steal their stuff, and failed miserably because it turns out they're even poorer than I am. Goodness knows that's saying something. Can I go back here? Yes, I can. And I can not find anything that was worth coming back here for, apart from a little barrel. Oh no, there is something here. I don't know what it is. Take item. Some gold! Excellent. Righty-ho then. Let me slip back outside and check out these other houses that are along here. See if there's anything else that we can pilfer. Here we are. There's a house. Any friends in this little house? Probably not. I imagine everyone's outside doing stuff. Oh, okay, that doesn't go up to the roof. That's just a ladder. It's just there for getting onto the outside of the roof. What do we have in here? A few healing potions. I'll have these. I presume this is crime. But no one can see me, so I guess it's fine. Doesn't matter. I can't remember if you can get like arrested and locked up in this game. Perhaps you can. Perhaps I want to save as well. Let me make a save. Make a new save here. There we go. Right then, let's see what else we got. We got nothing in here. What about this little house? Nope, nothing here either. Okay then, I reckon we've pretty much pilfered the, looted the townspeople, as it were. What about this house? Can we go in here? Yes, we can. How exciting. Anybody here? No. Perhaps if you come back at night, then there's people inside. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be anything out here. Oh, the joys of how games try to model worlds that are outside. In fairness, they're doing a far better job than most games do, like Fallout and Skyrim, which came out like 5 to 10 years after this, so perhaps I shouldn't be too critical of the game. Okay then, let's see what we can find in this house. Anything else to steal? And then we can go and engage in a bit of violence, because there's one other little thing that I discovered, or rediscovered I suppose I should say, since presumably I did know about it 10 years ago, although I have no memory of it. Just open this and take another thing, please. Excellent. Now we have a few healing potions. Good. because the healing potions will come in very handy, because I wish to go and have a little bit of a fight. Because I discovered a little dungeon just down here. Indeed. So you can see that my, you can see that the little picture of my little chops down there is flashing red to indicate that we are in danger, for there are villainous cads here that wish to engage in villainous with us. So indeed, there is a monster, a skeleton monster, wearing a hat of all things, the most monstrous thing of all. Allow me to shoot him in the bum. I think I missed. Right then. Okay, so, yeah, remember when I said this game has nothing to do with Pirates of the Caribbean? It basically doesn't, except it does have skeletons in it. So, yeah, some of the villainous beasts that you have to fight are in fact skeleton monsters. And, yes, there's these little dungeons that you have to explore. We don't have to explore them really, but I'm going to, because, you know, it's fun. And you can find treasure in them, and also lots of rats. I heard someone draw a sword, but I didn't see them. I'm going to go and hide in this little doorway, because if you hide in this doorway, then only one person can hit you at a time. I heard a beast. I heard a monster, but I don't see a monster. I'm a bit scared. Ah, dear. Come on, where are you? Oh, my giddy aunt, there he is. He's wearing a vest. Oh, my giddy aunt, there's one behind me. Run! Oh, my giddy aunt, this is an absolute mess I've gotten myself into. Oh, goodness. I best find that little cupboard that I was hiding in. I wasn't expecting to get stabbed in the bum. Right, I'm safe here. Vaguely. They stopped chasing me or not? I don't know. I did hear a sword get put away. How do I take a potion? Oh, with enter, use item. Here we are. Use a potion. Healing. There we go. There we are, all mended. Where did they go? Sneaky skeletons. Don't remember consenting to no sneaky skeletonness. There we are, it's the end of him. I don't know how they made that noise given they've got no vocal cords, but that's the least weird thing about skeleton biology. Now where was that other one? The one that stabbed me in the arse. I wish to find him and get across at him. Hello, you bandana-wearing bozo. You need to learn a bit of discipline for being bad. Right, is that the end of the danger or not? Oh, giddy up. So unfortunately I can't take their swords in order to upgrade my own, or get like a better one. But never mind. The music has stopped, but the face is still flashing, implying that we are still in danger. So I'm going to keep the sword out just until that we're certain that we are safe. Aha, a box of treasure. What can we find in this box of treasure? Nothing. It was not a box of treasure. It was a box of lies! Horrible, horrible, demonic skeleton lies. Oh well, never mind. You can't have everything. Okay, there's maybe some more over there. So, there wasn't like a turning off to the right here, was there? I was imagining that, wasn't I? Yes, I was. Okay then. Right then, let us explore the rest of the dungeon and see what we can find. I don't remember what sort of treasure you find in the dungeon. I do remember that some of the dungeons have better swords in them. Some there's even unique special swords. I think I missed him again. Oh my giddy! Oh my giddy! Move your bum, man! I've died. Oh dear. Oh, I told you I was going to be rubbish at this game, didn't I? Yeah, I noticed. Ahem. I do like they dragged my corpse outside and let me die on a mountainside, which was nice of them. Ahem. Right then, that was not an ungainly success. Right, what I'm going to do, because I am a man who is conscious of his failings, is did I save before or after I bought the stuff? I'm going to buy a better sword, right? Let me have a look at these different swords that we've got. Actually, let me just see what are the numbers on mine. So that's sort of 10 to 15 damage with 10%, 10%. So what have we got here? That's a slightly bit of piercing, but otherwise about the same. That's worse block, but a little bit more damage. That one can't block at all. I'd buy that, but it's very expensive. What is it? Better piercing, but worse block again. I'm not bothered about the piercing too much as I just like to Oh, okay. Well, it seems like the other swords aren't very good then. Okay, then. Let's try this again. Hang on. There's like a dodge button where you can like jump backwards a bit. I'm trying to remember what the button is. There it is. It's Z. Okay, then.
French quality and service are yours, monsieur.
If I remember correctly, this is an English island, actually. Because all the various different islands are all controlled by various different imperial nations. There's the English, there's the French, there's the Spaniards, there's the Dutch, there's the pressing the wrong button nation. I think there's another nation. I can't remember who. Can't quite remember. Okay, let me try this again, and I shall see if I can do a bit better this time. Now, can I actually shoot this man and kill him this time? No. So that means I missed, in case you were wondering, because the numbers didn't come up. I don't know how I hit him. He's on the other side of a wall. I can't even see him. Ah, the joys of 2003. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Gideon, where did you come from, for crying out loud? Are they like randomly assigned to like their numbers and stuff, or did he sort of wander in from somewhere else? I don't know, but he's gone now. Well, I mean, he was already dead probably because he's a skeleton, but you know, he's more dead now because I've stabbed him in the face with the sword. Okay then. I should also emphasize these skeletons, at least to the best of my recollection, have nothing to do with the like cursed Aztec gold of Pirates of the Caribbean. They're just your bog standard basic skeleton monsters. Right, let me try and shoot him again. I did it! I made a little cloud as well. I do sincerely hope that you're proud of me. Oh my Gideon, okay, there's lots of them. He looks like he's got an interesting sword. I wouldn't mind having that sword. But I don't think I'm allowed to just pick up their swords and take them with me, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, by the look of the handle, it looks like that that last one that we were looking at, whatever it was called, the Yanghala, or whatever it was called. You may notice that my memory for names that I struggle to pronounce is not excellent. You may notice, if you've ever watched more than 3 seconds of anything that I've ever put out onto this side, that my memory for everything is terrible. Right then, I'm going to do something clever, and that is save. If I can save in a combat area, which I'm not convinced I can. Let me save. Yeah, please. There we go. Now, I am going to do something stupid and get involved in a fight again. So what I'm going to do is let them. There we are. Let them notice that I'm here, and then I'm going to go and hide in my little den of cheating, as it were. These people are far too intelligent. For creatures with literally no brain, they are far too intelligent. Come on, chase me. Chase my delicious human meat that you wish to steal and chase. There we go. There we are. Because if I can get them in like a little channel like this, where I can just fight them one at a time, then I'll be all right. Right. So as necessary, I'm going to have to sort of back up a little bit, where when I get myself in a little pickle. Which is now, basically. Oh my Gideon, that didn't go quite as well as I thought. Maybe I should get them in the doorway and I should stand out here. Maybe that would be wiser. I don't know where all the music has gone. I guess the musicians who created the track didn't think that I would last this long in battle, deciding that I would either be dead by this point or I would have won. There we go. Now we're doing it. Oh my Gideon! This one's a little bit stronger than I anticipated. There we go. Now, how do I use a potion again? There we go. Sheesh. Lots of little rats about, which is sort of cute. Okay then. All better and mended, and we can get on with exploring. That looks exciting. Can't see what's down there. I made a spooky noise. I didn't like that spooky noise. Alright. I'm going to stand here like a big brave boy. You can't strafe in this game, which drives me up the wall, but never mind. I'm going to stand here like a brave and valiant guard. Oh, there's one in there. I might shoot him. Haha! I didn't hit him, but alright. I mean, it's not, because now he's going to try and track me down and kill me. I don't know how under the sun I get in there. It just looks like a solid corridor to me. I can't see any doorways in there. It's very dark. Never mind. Okay, I've no idea if I'll be able to get to the end of this dungeon, but I will try, if that I promise you. I spy a bonce, do you see? Just above my bonce there, I spy a little tiny bit of red of the bandana of some bony old bucko. A bony old bucko who is not dead, which is a dreadful shame, but never mind, you can't have everything in life. Oh, maybe I did hit him actually, because he didn't have much health. There's no real way to know, to be completely honest. Because this isn't like when I was doing Manic Miners, right? This isn't like I know everything and everything about this game, right? I don't know what's under every single rock, like I know what's in Rock Raiders and Manic Miners, so you'll have to forgive me if half the time I can't remember what the hell it is we're doing. Oh, I got to level up! Hooray and huzzah! I should probably upgrade my fighting skills, because I'm a bit rubbish at them. Because the thing about the ship combat is you can choose to avoid the ship combat if you want to. Oh my giddy art, that was too close for comfort, wasn't it? Dear oh dear oh dear. It's also nice to play a game that doesn't have a huge amount of HUD. I feel like modern games are absolutely stricken with HUD. Never mind, let's carry on with the game, shall we? Instead of me yammering on about things that don't matter. Oh my giddy aunt, there's so many of these creatures. Can I go this way without them seeing me? If you can hear the rattling of their sabers, then you know you're in a pickle. Oh my giddy aunt, there's so many bleeding skeletons. I mean, not bleeding skeletons, because they've no blood, which, you know, makes bleeding rather difficult, as I understand it. Not being a medical man, I do have the vague impression that not having blood makes it difficult to bleed. Is there anything over here? Or is this just a dead end? I reckon this is just a dead end. Alright. Do we want to try and kill these kids, or do we want to turn tail and run? Let me try and use my upgrade first and see if that's useful to me. Okay. Let me come in here. Oh no, I can't access my I forgot I can't access my status screen, if you like, when I'm in a combat area. There's a thing here. Ooh, a sword! Dragon's tongue. Which sounds more like a sex toy than a weapon, but never mind. Except because I can't access my because I can't access my status screen, I can't equip the bleeding thing, but never mind. Let me trot outside and use the level up and try and shoot this guy again, because eventually I've got to hit him, right? Hooray! He's dead and I gained some experience points. Excellent. You know, for a game about pirates in the Caribbean, you would imagine I would have gotten my ship by this point, but never mind. I just want to do this, alright? I'm sorry, we'll get to everything else in due time, I promise. Okay, let me see. Let me go into my character sheet, so I get a new ability and 2 more skill points. Excellent. Let me see. Defense. Is that my... Hang on a second, let me see if I can find this. Because there is a description of the skills in here, I just can't find them. I don't want the warranty, I don't want the credits, I just want the skills. Because I'm wondering if that is my my ship defense or my personal defense. I do not know, and I can't find out. Here we are. Defense. Defense skill represents how good you are at keeping your crew alive under fire. A high defense skill means lower casualties from hostile fire. Loss of crew in sea combat is reduced by 5% for each point. So that has absolutely nothing to do with my ability to block stuff, so I'm not going to worry too much about that for the time being. Instead, I'm going to up my melee combat, because goodness knows I'm terrible at that. So I'm going to up my melee combat, there we go, and then I'm going to get a new ability. Let's see, we get better defense. What about this one? I can't get this one yet, because I need loads of other things. What's this? That's the chance of a critical hit. 50% harder to pierce, damage reduced by 20%, that sounds pretty good. I might have that one. There we are, I have excellent shield. I mean, not really, because obviously I don't actually have a shield. Let's have a look at this. Oh, this looks much better. A broad saber from the hot tongues of Damascus. Light and sharp, despite its impressive size, this sword can easily cut silk and nails alike. It looks exciting and it reminds me of Alduin from Skyrim, so isn't that nice? Let's also say if I can again. There we go. Right then, let's just get on with the game. Okay then, assuming that the enemies haven't all respawned because I stepped out. They have. The enemies have all respawned because I stepped out for a breath of fresh air. Sheesh. Okay, let's fight a couple of them for the sake of experimenting with this new sword. But then I think we'll go and get on the ship and we'll get on with the rest of the game, because I don't want to spend forever in this dungeon. Is that other guy not going to hit me? Okay then. Okay, I'm doing lots more damage this time. Excuse me, I don't remember consenting to having no skeleton twins around. stab you in the face for being mischievous. That's better. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so weapons much better then. Seriously, how am I ever expected to get an oh my Gideon? Everyone's after me. Everyone's trying to murder me. Can't half say I blame them because I do talk a lot, and goodness knows that is infernally irritating. Okay, let's carry on with the game now that we've engaged in a bit of violence. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, something I should also tell you about this game, which is vaguely interesting. The game is incredibly easy to mod, because most of the things in the game, in terms of like the parameters of many things, are just defined by little text files within the game. So you can, if you rummage through the text files, you can literally find a file with a line in it that will say something like starting gold equals 1,000, and then you can change that to like 10,000, and then it means you start the game with more money, which is really interesting, because as I understand it, this game has been sort of the birthing point of some people's interest in sort of game development, as they explore through the files and fiddle around with the game in order to sort of tailor it to their interests, which is quite cool and interesting. But I'm playing a completely vanilla experience. I haven't modified anything, so we're getting as natural an experience as possible. Only two things that are slightly different is that the water texture might not look quite as good as it could do, but that's just because this computer has an Intel graphics card, and and that means that you can't play the game unless you have a certain fix in it, which damages the water texture slightly. So that's just a symptom of that. And the other thing is that the game naturally wants to play, and yes, I told you it was an English island. You can see by the little flag. That's funny. I didn't think we were using the English flag back in the 1630s. I thought we were using the Union Jack by that point, but never mind. Yeah, the other thing is, naturally the game's default resolution is in 4:3, but I've done a little modification to put it into 16:9.
Port Oxford was a typical Caribbean English colony, bustling, prosperous, and peaceful. Ghosts from the fog. A squadron under French colours. The French caught the fort's gun crews napping. In less than a half hour, Port Oxford was in French hands.
And definitely not to sell all the sandals and silk that he bought before the place got overrun by villainous people. Right then! So this is the sort of the world map, if you like, where you can sail about and do things. Now, oh, get in! No, I'm not ready to fight pirates yet. I'm not ready to fight the pirates. So as you can see, there's loads of little ships going around by the different flags on the colours, different colours on the everything. You can this is the wrong island. This isn't the island I'm meant to be going to. You can identify who the oh my Gideon, who the ship belongs to, whether it's pirates like these chaps over here, or whether it's anyone else. Where am I going? I need to zoom out somehow. I don't know what the zoom out button is. The scroll wheel isn't doing anything. I need to find Redmond Island, which is where I'm supposed to be going. I don't know where it is. Is that it? There it is. You can't see that because under my phone, so I apologize for that. And there's little battles as well. So I think there's some Dutch people, and the pirates are getting into a bit of a scuffle there. So let us weigh anchor and go to the island. So yeah, that's like the little world map, as it were, where you can oh gosh. Let's look at this bit of the sea, and not at this bit of the sea, because this bit of the sea seems to be affected by that Intel fix, and this one isn't. Never mind. Okay, right. Where am I going? Where's the front of the island? I don't know, but here are all my little people on my little ship. So, let me see. I think I'm controlling this thing. I think I'm turning it very slowly to the right. There we are. And now I'm trying to go forward, except it isn't exceptionally expedient. But never mind, because we can fast travel to the main island if we don't want to go around too slowly. But I think this is quite cute. I mean, for 2003, I think this is actually really rather impressive. I also didn't realise I'm running an English flag, which is interesting. I thought you were non-aligned in this game, but just goes to show how much I remember. Anyway, there is a little bit of HUD up in the right-hand corner, which is showing you various different things, like the wind direction, which is currently going that way, and the and sort of my health and speed and stuff. So unfortunately you can't see that. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do about that, but don't worry about that for the time being. Okay, usability. I don't think I've earned any abilities yet. Let me sail to Redmond Fort, Redmond Port, Devil's Throat and Rocky Shore. Let's go to the port, I suppose, so that we can weigh the anchor. I wish to moor the ship. Yes, I have arrived. I'm so glad that everyone is pleased. I've also just realised this is a lot like Skyrim, actually, in the sense that you turn up at a place, then a fort gets attacked, and then you have to go to another place, which is in the same jurisdiction, and inform the person who's in charge of the place that there's been an attack. So maybe Skyrim took more from this game than I ever realised. But never mind. Oh, it's night time now, isn't it? So there's no merchants and things about. But because there's less people about, we can have a little wander around, see if we can steal anything, see if there's any little things that we might be able to nab. Yeah, the water does look a bit balked occasionally. I do apologise for that. It's my own fault for being stupid enough to buy a computer which had an Intel graphics card instead of buying one which didn't have a graphics card like that. I was aware of that issue, but I didn't think to check, mainly because I didn't know the fix balked the water texture. But never mind. It doesn't matter. Can't see any little bits of treasure that we could pilfer. I don't know whether we'll be able to go and talk to the governor, given it's the middle of the night. We might have to hire a room and sleep the night through. I do want, however, see if I can get in these little houses. I doubt that I can, because this is probably where the little merchants who work on this port sleep. I can't even get through this gate. God, I don't like having content gated off from me, game. Never mind, this wasn't made by EA. Made by Ubisoft and Bethesda, which is a bit bizarre. Actually, I don't think it was made by Ubisoft and Bethesda. I think Akela are actually the company that did the building of the game. Ubisoft and Bethesda. I think Bethesda published it, and goodness knows what Ubisoft did. I don't know, doesn't matter. Let's just get on with the bleeding game. I do want to have a good explore round and have a little bit of fun with this, because we've already been going an hour and I feel like we've barely done anything, and I really don't want to stop and have to put this off for playing this for another week, because I've had to wait this long already. I certainly don't want to wait any longer. Head Port House. Oh goodness, what's this about? I don't know, there's nobody here, which is good because it means I can steal things. I wish to open this box. Ooh, some treasure. I can sell that. Indeed. The fact that those skeletons respawn in that dungeon really annoys me. Oh, it's gotten all dark and cozy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope that won't be too much of a problem when we're like sea battles and stuff, but we shall see. We shall see what happens. Oh my giddy aunt. This is bringing back memories. I only went as far as seeing that cutscene when I was testing the game, so I didn't come to this island. Man, this brings back bizarre memories. Because this game doesn't really sort of reliably run, at least I've certainly never been able to get it reliably to run on anything more modern than an XP computer. Once I sort of graduated from playing games on an XP computer and sort of moved on to slightly more modern systems, I haven't played this since, so I generally haven't played this in like a decade, so forgive me if I get hit with weird pangs of nostalgia as we go through this. More stuff. Excellent. Don't know where we're going to sell the stuff, but never mind, it doesn't matter. It's very quiet, and I speak to you, about things and stuff.
The last pirate I met got fitted for a wooden leg, if you get me meaning.
I think I do. It seems there's some sort of curfew about. Could you direct me to the taverns, so that I can figure out where under the sun it is I'm going? I should, that's potentially another dungeon, but I think we've learned our lesson from going on the first one. I love that nobody's in their house, even in the middle of the night. These houses are always deserted. It seems most bizarre to me. Anything else I can steal? No. I should also warn you, there will be a... Due to the fact that this is running through a capture card, because I'm not actually playing this on my Windows 10 computer, I'm playing an old XP computer, I'm sort of recording this through a capture card, which means there is a slight lag of about half a second, I think. So the camera and microphone that you're hearing is like half a second earlier than the capture card is, although I suppose it's technically more appropriate to say that the capture card is half a second later. But you know what I mean. So I don't think the lag is significant enough that it should really pester you or bother you. But if anything ever does seem slightly out of sorts or my reaction time seems slightly worse than usual, it's definitely because of the lag and not because of anything else. Where under the sun is the bleeding tavern? For crying out loud, I just want to rest my arse somewhere and sleep till morning. Let me have a look at my quest book and see what we need to do. Inform the governor about the French attack. Indeed, those mischievous people have been doing mischief. I don't know whether England and France were at war in the 1630s. It's probable that they were. I mean, the percentage of times in history when England and France have not been at war throughout that period of history is rather low. Move along, clear the streets. I'm trying, mate. I'm just trying to find the tavern. I don't want to go in the loan shark's office. I know. I'm going to leave. Would you shush? Here's the tavern. Here we are. Okay, let's go to bed for the night and see if we can talk to the governor. Same man as before, behind the bar. Goodness. I see he saw which way the wind was blowing, literally, and left. No, I don't. Well, have it ye as well, ye vagabond. Hush at once. What are you doing, you, Not you as well. Kitty, everyone's saying the same things as before. This man's dressed like a Roman. He's got a Roman haircut as well. That's bizarre. Anyone upstairs that we can chat to? Anyone interesting or exciting? No, I just think there's another pirate. I mean, another scoundrel smuggler over there. I wish to speak to you about stuff.
Fish or clam?
Was that English? If I remember correctly, if you do go to like the French islands and the Dutch islands, they don't actually speak French and Dutch for the sake of the game. But I don't think that was English. Do you have a room I can use? I do have a room or two. How long do you expect to stay? Just until morning, please. It'll be 5. I guess that's the currency. Here we are. Have some coins, please. Tavern upstairs. Here we go. I guess there's nothing I can take here because it would be a thoroughly unwise investment of him to leave money in a room that he's just rented out tonight. Can I sleep till morning, please? Can I sleep until morning, please? Do I automatically transfer over to morning? I don't know. Well, scratch out everything I said about this being a poor investment. This is a brilliant investment. Seriously, how the hell do I go to sleep? Is it already morning? Is it now morning? Perhaps. Let me stick my head out of the window and see what I can see. What I can see is a bit of Malcolm. Oh, no, Roger Hayes. I do sincerely apologize. So, you know how in Fallout and Skyrim they kept reusing the same voice actors for all sorts of different stuff? You look exciting. You've got a sword as well. No. Everyone giddy yards. Different people, same rubbish. Is it daytime? It is! Hooray and huzzah. The store, actually, I need to go there. And there is there's the governor's mansion. Sheesh. Talk about a housing inequality and frame rate inequality. Yeah. Am I the only person who is shocked that I had a literal emerald in that room that I hired for £5?
As much as I loathe the Spanish, their doubloons are always welcome here.
Yes, because then maybe you could buy a pair of trousers instead of a pair of knickers you seem to be wearing now, but never mind. Let me see what I can sell. I need to sell those things I got. What do we get here? Sell them for 23. I think I bought them for about 7, so that seems like a decent price. Sell all of it, please. There we go. Also sell this, which I feel like is the same price we bought that for. Let me go on to the trade book. Here we are. This is what I want. Oh yeah, and here we can see the different islands. So where is Where's Redmond? Here we are. It says importing silk, yeah. But I don't seem to get a very good price for it. Oh. I wasn't supposed to buy silk, was I? I should have bought rum or tobacco. Because the silk is... If it's importing, that means it's expensive to buy. It means it's expensive to buy and to sell. So you want to sell it where it's importing and buy it where it's exporting. So I really shouldn't have... I really should not have bought that silk. Never mind, it doesn't matter. We'll make ourselves some lovely pyjamas and we'll forget all about it. Ahem. So yeah, you can see all the various different contrabands as well that you mustn't bring on board, otherwise you get slightly shouted at by people. Okay. Thinking about getting rid of the silk, because I have to get rid of it to somebody. Because it seems to be the same price here that it is here. Is there anywhere else that's importing it? There's this island. I have no idea where this island is. Okay, so the only other place would be this one. So we could go there next if we can ever find that island, which would be a small miracle. Yeah, I might hang on to it for the time being, or at least wait until I like upgrade my commerce skill a bit, and then I can.
Captain, so good to see you. And your money.
I like that. I wish to sell personal items, please. These are shockingly expensive. Okay, can I sell my old sword? Yeah, here we are. I'll get a few pennies for this, please, because I hardly need this anymore. So let me get rid of that, and then let me sell these other bits and bobs. How is there this much, like, really expensive treasure just hanging around? This doesn't seem reasonable, but alright. Let me sell all of this stuff. There we are. Anything of interest? Ooh! I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Quite good. Graceful deadly blade, used by Italian mercenaries. Really? I thought that looked a lot like Scandinavian, but never mind. Anything else? Lump of gold. A nugget of pure gold. Men kill for it, and women swoon over it. Well, I mean, that's sort of inarguable, I suppose. I don't know, am I going to get in trouble for saying that? Right, never mind that. Right, sorry about that. Minor interruption occurred. Okie dokie then. Enough of all of that frivolity and rubbish. Can we invade his home and steal his things? No, we can't. He's got the common sense to buy a lock. That seems quite sensible. Leaving an emerald in a room that you rented out for somebody for £5 that they then went and sold for £1,000 is less sensible. Why is his face so lined? I don't mean like creases or anything from age. I just mean like carved out of stone. Never mind. I must speak to the governor. About what? About a very important affair. There has been a French attack on Ox Bay. Can I go in now? What news? Why didn't you tell me before? Go right inside. This really is just like in Skyrim where you go to Whiterun, isn't it? Can I go through here? No, I can't. Alright. Okay, let me go inside and speak to the I'm not doing anything.
Allons, mon ami.
If you will, excuse me, monsieur. Why, of course. There's some sneaky French person over there who is probably involved in my giddy yard. It's not just about housing inequality, it also seems to be about diet inequality, looking at the scrawniness of everybody else around here. Can I steal any of his things? I feel like that's going to become the national anthem of this game. Can I steal these things? Don't mind me, sir. I just wandered into your home and barged into you and insulted your guest, and now I'm going to rummage through your home and steal your things. But other than that, everything's absolutely fine. I don't seem to be able to access any other part of the home, so let us engage in a conversation. Now, sir, if you'd stop gazing out the window for 5 minutes.
In this port, my word is the law of England.
Yeah, that's what I'm a bit worried about. Introduce yourself, if you please. I don't believe I am acquainted with you. My name is Nathan Hawke, and I am the captain of the Victory. Well, Captain Hawke, I can see by your face you have something to tell me. I am sorry to report the settlement on Ox Bay has been attacked. This news is unsettling, but how can there be pirates in these waters? There were pirates the moment I stepped out of the door. Don't you remember the bit where I was running away from them? Swimming away from them? The squadron commanded by Captain Tomlinson assured me they had caught or sunk all of these scoundrels. That is just it, sir. They were not pirates. They were French ships and French troops. I knew it. His Honour, Carl, he should have given me a warning shot a long time ago. Perhaps. Now, tell me everything. How did you manage to slip away? How many ships? How many guns and troops? Where did they come from? Calm down, I don't know half these things. Are you sure they were ships of the French fleet? Absolutely, sir. French flags were the first thing that I saw. This is terrible, terrible. French soldiers holding English soil, and almost no gold in the colony's treasury to wage open war. How are we going to protect our homes? I am afraid that this will affect you and your ship. I'm sorry, what? Are you enlisting me? Because I'd be a privateer, mate, perhaps, but I'm not getting conscripted. We were talking about the French squadron. Okay, what kind of ships were used to lay siege on the fort? What kind of arms did they use, and how many soldiers? I counted 5 ships, a 24-gun brig, a 20-gun schooner. The rest of the ships were obscured by the fog. Your information is not a great help, Captain. That is unfortunate, because your situation is not enviable. I am going to tell you something anyway. Tell me something interesting. Are you about to tell me that I'm about to be arrested for something? You see, Captain, after the campaign against the pirates, there are only 2 warships left in service, and they are too valuable to spare on such a venture. In light of this, I hereby issue an order to commandeer and arm pirate vessels wherever needed in the defence of our lands. I am sorry, Captain, but your ship will not be exempt from this order. Sir, I have a pistol on this hip, and a sword on this one. I've also got a knuckle sandwich here that you can eat. Because goodness knows you're good at eating stuff. That much is evident. But never mind. This ship belongs to me, and I don't care what you say. I haven't enough money to buy another one. If you resist, I'll have to confiscate your ship. Have I done something wrong in this game? Because I don't remember getting arrested in this. Try to understand that I have no alternative. Here's an alternative. Don't be a complete muppet. Sounds like a nice alternative. How about I'll be like a neutral observer that can go onto the French island and examine what's going on and collect intel and be a spy. An excellent decision, Captain. I am glad we have found a resolution that suits us both, in the sense that you strong-armed me and I had to agree for the sake of not having my livelihood taken away. Now to your task. It seems to me that instead of pressing you into service of the army, it would be better if you acted alone, because that won't require as much taxing of the AI. As a new face in these waters, my hope is that you may be the key to securing more information about the French forces. From the neighbouring colony on our island, you can cross through the jungle and penetrate the walls of the city. There you can discover more from the local citizens. There's a French colony on this island? Perhaps you'll even be able to eavesdrop on the French troops themselves. You want me to sneak into the captured city and find out the French plans for the colony? Yes, a bold plan, if I do say so myself. If successful, perhaps we'll know where to expect a new attack, or more importantly, how to free our colony. Oh. Could I get an advance payment? Unfortunately, Captain, I cannot pay you in advance. Naturally. Our funds must be spent on building a squadron and making the fort ready for a possible military campaign. How inspiring. Our conversation has gone a bit awry. Remember, your task is to retrieve information about the French plans at Oxbow. Talk to locals. Go to the tavern. It is sure to be intact and open. I am certain the French don't mind resting after their battle. Do what you can to find out about the French plans from the commander. Believe me, in this case, I'll be quite generous with my reward. Good luck! Goodbye. I assure you, you'll be compensated. You said that earlier, but don't try to fool me. If you try to slip away from your duties, I'll announce that you are a pirate, and Captain Tomlinson's squadron will hunt you till the end of your days. Sheesh, if there's anything left of you after your battle with the French. In the end, you should feel fortunate, yes. Be glad, you smelly little poor person, that a rich person has come here and decided to sit on you. Sheesh, I don't remember being quite so oppressed in this game. I mean, you know, just so that I don't get in trouble, I'm obviously aware that we are talking about imperial powers here that are doing a lot of oppressing in this region anyway, but, you know, let's not worry about that. You've been accepted into the service of the Crown, a position many are longing to enjoy. Besides, I am known to be generous to my captains. I hope to witness said generosity soon. Sheesh, well, this didn't quite go according to plan, did it? Never mind. What did my quest book say? Reconnoiter captured Oxbow City. Indeed, so I have to return to... Oh, what have I done? I've gone into first person. By pressing tab, that's how you do that. I've learned a thing. Excellent. Okay then, I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's speak to somebody, see if we can figure out what the sun is going on. Oh, you're another monsieur, are you? Technically, I'm a monsieur at this point. I'll ask you some questions. What can you tell me about... I'm not even going to try and pronounce this. I'm just going to call it the French island, right? If you want to try and teach me how to pronounce it, by all means try. But we both know I'm going to fail a lot. What are you interested? The history of the colony. Our colony was established around 50 years ago, one of the first settlements in the archipelago, but the original colony was on the other side of the island. Back then, natives lived where we stand now. Several months after it was established, the original settlement was destroyed by the Spanish and reconstructed here 10 years later. The fort was built to protect the colony, and it wasn't long before they sent us our governor. Oh, okay. I still feel like we're not on the French island, but never mind. He wasn't the bloke that was inside before I walked out, was he? I don't know. What can you tell me about the governor? He has recently come to our colony. He is young and enterprising, so he has made our colony prosperous. I feel like this guy is supposed to be on the French island, not the English one, but never mind. Is there another dungeon that I could go into and have another bit of a fight? Because I feel like I should engage in a little bit more violence before we tie off the episode. Oh, a dungeon. Here we go. This seems dangerous to be standing here because I can't see what the hell it is I'm doing. Hello, friend! Let's engage in a little bit more violence, and then we can end the episode there for the week, I reckon, and then we can carry on and become a mischievous little spy next week, I reckon. Hello? Any villainous beasts here which wish to be murdered? Yeah, there's a few over there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fail to shoot them. There we are. Now I'm going to dodge back up here a bit. There we go. Because now only one will be able to get me. You say, haha, I've implemented a clever tactic. Because for some reason they don't think to come up behind me and stab me in the bum from behind. Which would be downright sensible, though, you know. I don't quite know what I expected from creatures that have no musculature and thus no brains. But you'll die for crying out loud, thank you. I guess it's actually kind of good that the enemies respawn real quickly, however, because that means if I ever want to grind up experience points, then I can just come straight back in here and murder a few more fellows, which is lovely. Although saying that, there might be felloresses now that I think about it, because I don't quite know how to tell the difference between a male and a female skeleton. But never mind, it doesn't matter. They'll murder you all the same, regardless of what they used to have between their thighs. Or whatever that bone is called. I think it's called the femur, unless I'm highly mistaken. But again, not a medical man, don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, giddy up. This looks like a brilliant maze. Great place to get yourself lost. Giddy up. Oh man, I'm nervous, but also quite excited. I feel like I probably should have saved before I came in here, but never mind. So let's sort of map this place out a bit. Here we are. Die, villainous cad! At least we found out what that I haven't actually been hitting people thus far. Otherwise, because the number didn't appear before, and it did this time. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Is that going to open this box? Get a bit of treasure out of it? Yes, I can. I can open this box and find a Healy potion. Good, I need these. I do hope nobody poisons me. I don't actually know where the poison comes from. I don't know if like certain enemies have like poisoned weapons. I was going to say maybe there's like animals that can bite you and poison you. I don't remember there being any animals in this game that you have to fight, but I don't remember this game very well, for obvious decade-long reasons. Ow! I need to be a little bit more careful with the pistol. I need to get a better pistol that has better range. That's what I need to do. This one does reload quite quickly, however, which is quite impressive for an old flintlock, which frankly were a little more advanced than muskets at this point, as best I understand them. But we shall see. Again with the music just dying. It also strikes me that the further I go in here, the harder it's going to be for me to get the hell out of here. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. There we go. Now I just need to scoot myself through here. Perfect. Right, now I'm ready. I do wish the music was a little bit more constant, as it were. I do wish it would just be one of you people at a time who shoot somebody. There we go. They just seem to have got themselves ever so slightly stuck, which is lovely. Yeah, the music needs to be a bit more constant, and I need to actually press the block button when I want to do that thing, because it's rather important. Oh, stop it. I think the piercing is whether your hit gets through even though they're blocking, which is obviously quite useful if you've got an enemy that's not being very aggressive and not trying to bap you around with their bit of their little cutlass. Oh goodness, what's he got? He's got a red thing. Oh my giddy aunt. There's quite a lot of them. I might skedaddle. I don't really know why I'm skedaddling, because it's not really going to achieve very much, but never mind. Try and kill a few more of these The problem is I don't want two of them attacking me at the same time. Because I keep losing loads of health because of that. Let me use the potion. There we are. This man had a thing. He had a red thing. I wanted his red thing. He seems to have a hat on. What is there more of? Oh, Gideon. He seems to have some sort of beret on or something. Just die for crying out. Thank you. What is this? Take item. A Highlander! Oh, is he a Scotsman? Oh, he is. He's wearing a kilt and everything. How thrilling. Okay, we got a new sword. Nothing else. Hi, friend. Anything in here? A sapphire! Excellent. We should probably get the hell out of here. But I feel like we've got enough, and we've gone long enough that we can finish the episode now. But I don't actually know how to get out of here. So I'll try. But I mightn't succeed. Stop making spooky noises. Spooky, scary skeleton. Your cool hat on. I wish I had a hat like that. I need to buy a nice, what do they call it? I think they call it a tricorn or something? I need to, I have to buy one from a good hattery. Can't remember what the proper name for a hattery is. A milliner? Yes, I think it's a milliner, if I remember one of the riddles from Arkham City correctly. Oh my Gideon. Oh my Gideon. Oh my Gideon. So dead. Oh my Gideon. I need to, like, wait for them both to hit at the same time. Which they're not really doing. There we go. Okay. Man alive, this is actually quite tense. I'm a little bit nervous doing this. Where the hell am I going? I just want to get the hell out of here. I don't just want to, like, run through. Otherwise I'll just catapult myself into a bunch of people like him all the time. There's been a cave in here, so we shan't be getting through here. Kind of like peek around the corner, see if I can see where I'm going, what I'm doing. I'm completely lost. Oh! Hang on, that might be the escape route. Yes, indeed. Okay, we got a new sword, which is excellent. We'll have to compare it with our current sword and see if it's better, and then we'll probably leave it there for this week, because goodness knows this has been a bit more intense and exciting than I was imagining. So I reckon we've about had it here. Let me go through here. Okay. Goodness, I spent all bleeding day in there. Has everyone gone home? Probably. Oh look, a nice church. Isn't that nice and pretty? Okay, let's have a look at this sword. We've got this Highlander. Here we go. This Scottish broadsword is a perfect match for a man with a fiery temper. A tad heavy, but in a strong hand it makes for a fearsome weapon. How does it compare? Slightly worse block and slightly less damage actually, which is a bit of a shame because it's a rather exciting hand. Handle, hilt, that's the word I'm looking for, but never mind. Might keep it or might sell it, I don't know. Do want to get a better pistol though, because its accuracy is very poor. But never mind. It's a start. Right then, well, I reckon that is enough. I hope that was interesting and exciting for you. I really do love this game, and I really want to. There you are. You're the mischievous man I remember from before. Come here. I wish to engage in commerce with you.
Oh yes, what can I do for you?
No, you're a completely different person who happens to share the same character model. Sorry, a case of mistaken identity. Gideon. Here's some sort of doctor, presumably. I don't remember anyone with a coat like you before.
Me lord?
My name is Miles Bibdick, which is a hell of a name. Rumours? What sort of rumours? I heard about an aboriginal cemetery that was found in the Ox Bay mine. All of bones, crockery, spikes and clay pots were found, but not a grain of gold. Really? How exciting. I didn't know there was a mine on Ox Bay. That wasn't the dungeon that I went to, was it? Surely not. Let's leave that there for the time being. But yeah, I really like this game. It's really, I think it's really fun. So I hope you'll enjoy me doing a series on it. I think it will make a nice change from doing sort of modern AAA games to go back and do a kind of an older retro game. Although I suppose back in its day, this kind of was AAA, or at least the rough equivalent of AAA. But do something as a bit sort of retro and. At least as retro as 2003 was. There's a big axe here we could lop someone's head off with, which sounds quite exciting. yeah, I hope that you will enjoy it. I think it is a good game. I think I'll have fun doing this. This woman seems to be sort of dancing in place, but not really moving very much. If I remember correctly, just final little thing that we do before we go. If I remember correctly, if you go into a church, presuming that we can't just barge into his private chambers. If I remember correctly, you can come in here and hide if you're being bad, or you're like a bad reputation, or you're in combat or something. You can come into a church and hide, if I remember correctly. What can I speak to you about? Father Bernard. Hello, Father Bernard. I'm the owner of a ship. I'm pleased to welcome a new ship to our flock. Father Bernard. I don't know. There may be some slight bugs. Maybe the combination of me changing it from 4x3 to 16x9, or the Intel graphics card thing. There might cause certain bugs along the way, as I said, but we'll see what happens. Is this concerning your faith? I cannot help but notice that you seem worried about something. May I help you somehow? I'm afraid your reputation doesn't allow me to accept your help. Fiddlesticks! I'm not a good enough boy. Oh well, never mind. You can't have everything in life. Okay then, well we can come back and perhaps get a question from him later if we engage in a little bit less mischief and a little bit less good behaviour. So yes, I reckon that's about enough for this week. So I've really enjoyed this. I hope you have as well. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other and good night.